Hello and welcome back. Today's video has taken a bit of a dark turn. It was going to be pure silliness, but in the time it's taken me to edit, I've had a little brush with death. So I'll show you that first, and then we're going to go to 2 different parties on 2 different continents to celebrate being alive. My dream as a teenager was to photograph war. I really wanted to be this guy.
Am I risking my life for no apparent reason? Am I ever gonna get a break? Am I ever gonna be able to establish myself?
Armed with only a fine arts degree, Robert King went to Bosnia searching for chaos.
I'm not sure you have the aura, or aura of light.
I can't read auras.
He kept going, and with experience came the luck.
I knew something was going to happen in Grozny, and I stayed in there and I made some great pictures.
What happens when you find exactly what you're looking for?
Then shit just started going chaotic. The editor was like, "Here, take some acid, dude. Let's have a good time." Post-traumatic stress syndrome on acid.
The aspect of photojournalism I found most terrifying was to come away from death and know I'd captured it well. To connect pride and loss, success and blood.
You know, cynical, here's how I'm cynical. How many nameless dead bodies have I stepped up?
I knew I wanted to work with cameras, I knew I wanted to go on adventures, and the next real inspiration came from Nat Geo. This front cover, starring Corey Richard post Avalanched, really got me excited. But I didn't have any connections to Nat Geo or any money to go climbing, so after failing my engineering degree, I started filming in nightclubs. Then I got bored of that and joined the Army Reserve, and through them, found the mountains. Despite a few near misses, I ignored the whispers of death that came with this new territory. I left my life in a Bristol garage and bounced between Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Chamonix and Alaska. And eventually, the whispers of death became a scream. In 2017, I was on Everest for the first time, filming Gurkhas from the British Army. Also in base camp was the absolute OG Uli Steck. And I'd actually bumped into him while he was doing one-arm pull-ups in base camp, as you do. And he promised he would come and have dinner with us after our rotations. So we go up, we did our first rotation up to Camp 3. He was training for some mega Uber project. And as we came down, our team leader noticed some debris on the Berkshire, and as it turned out, that was Uli's remains, having slid down the side of Nuptse, I think. And yeah, so we got a stretcher from Camp 2, and then some of the Special Forces dudes on our team, the instructors, went and collected the bits of him and put them in a plastic bag, and then we sent him off in a helicopter. We get to base camp, and that SF dude gave like the fucking best speech ever. You can tell they'd been around death quite a lot because he fucking nailed it. In 2021, I filmed the first successful K2 winter expedition in Pakistan. It was a tiny base camp that year, so we all had quite a lot of time together. Tragically, JP Moore, Sergey Mingote, Ali Sadpra, John Snorri and Atanas didn't make it back. Ali, center, was a fucking legend.
It's really pretty right now. There's some like really wispy, pretty clouds coming off of it.
A year later, I was back on K2. And you get to base camp and everyone's like, yo, let's see your drone footage from the summit. And you're like, yeah, let's go. The next day, it turned out this mountaineer, Richard, from our neighboring camp, hadn't been seen in 3 days. So I went back to the foot of the mountain to see if I could find anything. As we knew he wasn't in any of the camps, I assumed he'd come down the face. Two batteries in, I managed to find a body in a gully. And after some time identifying his backpack and his boots, we managed to work out it was Richard. And I just felt super numb. I don't know, I'd done what I'd been asked to do. I'd found the needle in the haystack, but just, felt cold and sad and wanted to be back in base camp with my buddies. So eventually there was no more for me to do and I got back to base camp, but then everyone who was excited for the drone footage from the summit the day before was now excited to see my new drone footage, which, that's how it goes. I don't know, I think there's a morbid curiosity amongst mountaineers. We could make a whole movie about the horrible shit we have on our phones. It was nice to be able to bring some closure, I guess, to Richard's family. Sadly, there was another mountaineer from the same team, Mathew, who also was lost. And they were climbing unsupported with no Sherpa and no guides, which is badass, but comes with more increased risks. Last year, I was filming Ukrainian mountaineer Tonya Samoylova, and we trekked to base camp with Nima Tashi, our Sherpa guide, and Artem Babich, a Ukrainian soldier. Despite the language barrier, music played its magic. Nima, Tonya and myself left base camp for Lhotse, Everest's little sister and the 4th highest mountain in the world.
I remember this place from last year, remember, son? We made stop here also.
So coming down, I was actually in a fucking bad mood. Tonya had spent most of this expedition acclimatizing elsewhere or back in Kathmandu, so I had like a month in base camp by myself with not much to film. And I feel a bit worthless when I'm not filming anything. So the whole time I was thinking, okay, we'd been on Everest the year before, I'd got this summit shot. And the whole month I was thinking, I just need to make it better than that. The only thing I need to achieve from this 6-week exped is beating that shot and everyone will be happy with me. And then eventually we go up the mountain and it's like the most fun. We have the most chill exped, taking loads of photos, having a giggle. But when it actually really matters and we need to leave Camp 4, and we're supposed to leave at 11 p.m, to then hopefully hit Lhotse summit at 4:30 and get that beautiful morning light. But due to delays, I don't really know what was going on. We left 2 hours late and then just rushed in a mad panic. I'd summited a new mountain, I'd flown my drone, got a nice interview, and we were all safe, coming down safely. And I really wish I hadn't reacted quite as grumpily as I did then. This year, while trekking to base camp, I heard Artem was killed defending his country. And weeks later, Nima was lost on Annapurna. And then, while once again passing through the notorious Khumbu icefall, I thought my luck had also run out.
Okay. Yeah, shit now. Holy shit. Man. Oh, avalanche.
So that was quite exciting.
Holy fuck. Where did those yetis come from?
Luckily, the heavy, icy, chunky bit of the avalanche went into a crevasse. And actually, the two big dangers on Everest sort of cancelled each other out. And luckily, we just got a little snow globe experience. This was actually quite a rough Everest. This was my third summit. We got to the top, but it was windy, 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 windy. So, how to live life when death feels so close? I don't really know much. I just like have as much fun as possible. My favourite artist, Grayson Perry, says it much more articulately.
Silliness is really important. Humour is a sacred thing for me. And it's a part, why do we choose our friends? Why do we choose our partners?
Yeah.
We choose them because they make us laugh. So it's absolutely fundamental to being human is having a bit of a laugh.
With that said, we're going to dedicate the rest of the episode to having as much fun as possible. Woo! We're going to start in Kathmandu with the ultimate mountain camera crew. I was on K2 with Pemba, Kajari with Subhash, and did 4 Everest seasons with Manish.
Living in the present.
This short story is presented in 3 acts: setup, confrontation, resolution, beginning, middle, end. I'm not fully going to endorse raving as therapy. I've always been like really bad at replying to messages and dealing with emails and admin and like life stuff. And it's just kind of gotten worse since Everest this year. Nat Geo messaged me asking for some photos from mountains I'd been on, like Dhaulagiri and Aconcagua, but they were all in my hard drive in Bristol in the garage, and I just never replied. Next up, we're in Chamonix, French mountain paradise and home to a surprising number of Brits. Today, Aussie's having a pizza party. I've spent, I don't know, millions of nights on Aussie's sofa over the years. Also key to the story is Louis, a real Bristolian, and Josh, who's fucked up.
We should get him to buy another one.
He's not to know, like.
We fucking left the mozzarella on the bus.
I put it down and then it's your responsibility. Mission: get the cheese back. It's gonna be a fucking miracle.
I've seen a bag of cheese on a bus, so I probably wouldn't take it.
I don't know, I would.
So we're back at the bus stop now. He's gonna come in about a few minutes. We're gonna storm on there, and there'll be fucking
Mozzarella.
There'll be mozzarella then. There'll be pizzas going then. It'll be sound. There's no denying it. Unless it's not there. Then we'll be fucked. Then we'll be 40 euros out of pocket. Put fucking signs up on lampposts like missing bag of cheese. Have you seen this bag of cheese?
Sounds like a bus.
Was it? Or not. Here it is. Yes. Come on. We're in now, we're in. I'm fucking in.
Is it the same guy?
Yeah. Is it on there? Yes, it's in the front. Mercy. Come on. Fucking right, man. Right on the front of the bus as well. Come on, champion! We fucking got yeah. Oh, so yeah, there you go.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay safe, much love, and I'll catch you next week or next month for more silly adventures.
Quas.